2. What is up, people? What is up, people? What is up, people? It is your boy, MM2K, back again with the co-host of all co-hosts, my good homie, Project Storm. Storm, let the good people know that you're alive. They ain't heard from you in many moons, man.
Hola, what's up, everybody? You know, it's Project Storm, and I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I'm back with my brother on the SSC podcast, man. You know, you find us everywhere else, you know, but the SSC podcast is special as always because it's always primarily dedicated to Stadia. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm just ready to jump into the show, bro. I'm excited. I don't have anything to do right after the show, so
Awesome.
Let's get it.
I know it's been hectic, man. We were just talking before, man, that life changes, and with the life changes, man, everything changes. So and we're hoping that SSC can stay intact. Hopefully, I can dodge some bullets too and keep it intact. But we'll see. We'll keep everybody posted as changes occur. But with that said, man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for y'all support. Hey, Storm, if you can see them, can you shout them out real quick if you see them?
Let me put my glasses on real quick, man.
Okay. Hold on. I have to mute that. Oh, shout out. Oh, you got them? You got them good?
Yeah, I got my glasses on. Glasses on. Right. You ready? Hey, y'all. We got Stadia Dosage news in the chat. You know what I'm saying? That brother right there is very cool. Darklink 999 saying, "Yo, what's going on to everybody?" You know what I'm saying? The Gaming Advocate. I'm getting used to this, Chase. I'm getting used to this, man. Chase, the Gaming Advocate, man, shows up bright and early on time, man, ready to attentive and ready to join in the conversation, man. He can't stay, though. He says he can't stay, but he wanted to stop by to show some support to you both at Stadia, Dosage News, and Storm. Keep up the great work. Hashtag advocacy, man. Now, we got Calvin Morgan Sr. right here saying, what up? Cesar Perez, what's going on to you, man? Thanks for joining, Cesar. Wrong Yeezy in the building.
Wrong Yeezy?
Hey, Wrong Yeezy, man. When's your birthday, man? Just let me know, bro. I'm gonna have to do something for you, Wrong Yeezy, man, because you've been showing up too. It makes me happy. Cold Blood Sensei in the place. I can't wait to read what he said. Let me see. Man, that intro would be better if it didn't feature Stadia. Oh, God damn, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. That's horrible. Lord Kenzel of Stadia. Getting well dosed up today. You know what time it is, man. We got a lot in the bag for you, bro. All you got to do is take a seat, fill out your information, and give me the clipboard, man. We got you.
Yes, sir.
Then we got Charles Arden right here, man. Damn, we got a few people out here already, man. Yes, Charles Arden in the house. All right. He can only stay for a short moment as well, man. We appreciate any time any of you could stay. We got Jerry Lennon in the building. What's going on? Good evening, Stadians. Good evening to you, sir. Dylan Tortosa. Got Dylan Tortosa in the building, man, saying, hey, Lowland Profits right here. Stadians, 100. That's all we know how to keep it out here, man. We got a lot to talk about because they want to destroy the house that Stadia built.
Tell me about it.
Man, And
Tell me
then
about it.
Clive Illington, we know this guy right here.
Oh
More
man.
dosage. He had to get dose, man. Let me just keep it. Let me keep it
Yo,
right
my
there,
brother
man. He had
Clive
to
and
get a double dose. So Lord Kenzo, if y'all don't know, is Clive's alter ego. You know what I'm saying? You got to check him out, especially playing PUBG, man. You got to check the brother out. Sean L shows up all the time. What's going on, Sean L? Hope you feeling good, man. Collins Dynasty saying, what up?
What's up?
And then we got Kessel Runner right here. What up, everybody? Yo, today we're gonna bring y'all a good show, very informative as always, man. There's no BS. I'm just ready for it, man. MM2K, you could already tell it's kind of like I just took the steering wheel. You know what I'm saying? He went in the gas station real quick. I jumped behind the wheel. I'm driving.
They missed you, man. They was wondering where the hell is Project Storm? I said, I don't know, man. I said,
Let's
I don't
get
know,
it,
man.
though.
I did something to him, man. No, my brother been.
Now, because you put that daily workout.
Business.
Hey, you put the daily doses out and everything, man. And I got to do better. So it's hard to follow in your tracks, man. I'm out there trying to keep up, and I'm like, damn, do I need to start doing the storm? You know what I'm saying? The daily storm.
I can't even think of nothing. Now we're gonna figure it out. But
no, man,
you've been out there doing your thing, man. I appreciate it. Still getting that gaming in. As Cold Blood Sensei, he says, Storm out here playing games. What do he say? Storm out here playing games, and Mo still discussing games, but never touches them. Hey, look. No, I've been gaming. I just ain't been recording it, Cold Blood. I was guilty of that last week. You know what I really been playing hard, Storm? Because I've been wanting to get better at it, and I've been embarrassed at how bad I was at it.
Go ahead.
Madden. I think
you know what? I swear to you, yesterday I did the stream, man. I called out to all the community, all those who love to play Madden, man. I'm gonna be doing that weekly, Moss. It was so fun, man. Just be able to just connect with the gamers out there, and it sharpens our skills, man. So
absolutely,
I was hoping you would pop up, but I figured you had something to take care of, man. I'm not trying to say you need to be tutored and everything, man. You need Madden 101. I'm not saying that, man.
I do.
But come on through, bro. The only way you could do it is jump in the cage with the lion, man. And I'm not saying I'm the best of the best, y'all, but I'm making the top 100 every year. I'm proud of myself. It takes time to do that and effort.
I don't want to say I'm a sore sport, but when it comes to Madden, this year's Madden, it just angers me because a lot of things don't make sense. I got to remember, and I got to keep reminding myself, bro, you ain't touched Madden in 11 years. So I'm used to being able to pick up Madden and it just be like a little small learning curve. This is a huge learning curve.
Hey, Chase always says it's like riding a bike. It's like playing SOCOM and stuff, man. Chase got on there yesterday. I played him, right? And he started out good. You know what I mean? He started out good. He tried to come down. Hey, on the first play of the game, he comes down. He tried to hit stick a brother, bro. Tried to make me cough it up on my live stream. So I took that personally, and then I had to go get at him, man. But he said it's kind of like riding a bike, man. I'm just paraphrasing, but it was something like that.
It's rough. But my suggestion is, again, my suggestions don't pale in comparison to whatever Project Storm can do. Like, Storm ain't BSing you. He's a top 100 player. So listen to him. Ignore me, but I'm just going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. My suggestion
we all can learn.
If
we all can learn.
Are new to this, Storm told me this first and foremost, that this helped me a lot. Pick a day. And really, you should be doing this every day, right, Storm? You should be running that practice mode. But pick a day. Don't even play a full football game. Just run the practice mode. Just do practice mode offense, practice mode defense. Just do it all damn day. That's just to get your fingers used to what you can do. But here's my suggestion.
That's why people, let me stop you, because that's why people be hitting the wrong button, man. In the franchise that Brian set up, man, for us to play, man. I appreciate him and I shout him out every time. But yo, you get scared and you hit the wrong damn button, right? And you want to blame the controller and everything, but it's really your skills and timing, man, that's causing that. So you got to be able to throw that ball away under pressure. Absolutely. And that's what's happening to you, Moss. And I don't even have to see you play. I know that's what's happening to you, bro, because there's somebody open every play, bro. Every play, you just got to be able to find that man.
Yep. And you know what I was doing too, Storm? I saw that, you could throw it high, you could throw it low, and I was doing too much of that, and I was overusing that. But another thing I was doing too, I was pressing the wrong buttons, for one. And for two, is what's very important is lobbing the ball opposed to throwing a bullet. You throw a bullet when you ain't supposed to, or throw a lob when you ain't supposed to, you might as well just drop the ball in the middle of the field and give it to the other player. You know,
hey, somebody's peeking over the fence, man.
Uh-oh.
Who the hell is that?
Uh-oh. Oh, that's sneaky. Is that sneaky Ray Sherrod? That sneaky Ray. That sneaky behind Ray. Almost made me
And then right
use my
there,
swear word.
right there with Ray, Cloud Gaming Extreme. Y'all
Shout
know
out
what
to
time
Cloud
it is.
Gaming
What's
Extreme.
good? What's going on? What's going on?
What is
Ace
going
over
on,
there
fellas?
doing that work. Marchief doing that work, man. All of the whole Cloud Gaming Extreme and CGX podcast and all that, man. Appreciate
you.
Yes, sir.
My final recommendation, and we're gonna move on, is if you're new to Madden, the hardest team is the New Orleans Saints. They got a good defense. They make Drew Brees can throw the football out of his ass, and it's a touchdown. And the receivers are always wide open. Everything about that team is phenomenal. I suggest putting Madden on its hardest setting and keep playing. Just keep playing the New Orleans Saints in their house. Keep playing them until you can beat them 3 games in a row. Once I was able to beat them on the hardest setting 3 games in a row, I said, okay, I'm ready. And I just
when are you gonna showcase the skills for the people then, man? Since you got it all worked out now.
Soon.
Okay.
Don't try to contractually obligate me to a date, but soon. But no, I think I'm ready now. So you'll see MM2K back again with some streams. But throwing 7 interceptions a day. Oh no, that wasn't a lick. That wasn't a lick. But with that said, let me pay some bills real quick. Of course, today is SSC Day. That is a show that is hosted by me, my brother Storm, and Eddie Player One in spirit. Eddie, as we all know, Eddie got a new job. Congratulations to Eddie, my brother.
That's right. Congrats.
Eddie got a new one on the way, man. Shout out to Eddie Player One.
Congrats on that.
Yeah, whenever he can make it, he knows he could just hop in the Discord. But right now, my man's handling his business. God bless him and his family, man. I know he's been through some turbulent stuff, and he's always kept a smile, always entertained everybody through it all. So shout out to him. And that is the show that we have today. It's co-hosted by me, Project Storm. We might get some new people on here, whoever's available, whatever the case may be. And we talk about Stadia, platform for Stadia. On Thursdays, which is tomorrow, we air weekly the Commission podcast. That is the podcast also co-hosted by Project Storm, myself, but it also is co-hosted by Snow Bunny and Tronny of the Roundtable Podcast with King Thrash and Sick Humor TV. Shout out to them. Shout out to them boys. Check that show out every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we have SML Podcast, also co-hosted by me and Project Storm. That is every Saturday at 11 a.m. Not this episode, but the following episode. We got a special guest for you. We got a real special guest for you. It's a community favorite. Everybody loves this guy. It's a great guy. I've been just a great person. More on that later. And we might have a special giveaway around that time. We'll see. We'll think about it.
Am I being replaced?
No, you ain't being replaced, brother. Because it's happening. And guess what? Y'all, if y'all don't want to miss this surprise, y'all better go to the description and follow Project Storm now, because it's being hosted on Project Storm's channel. This big surprise and this surprise guest. It's not going to be on this Saturday on my channel. It's the following Saturday. Okay. Speaking of this Saturday, well, let me get through the PNTS content and I'll talk about what's going on this Saturday. And then on Sunday we have Yang meets Yang of Gaming. It is a great show where 2 totally different gaming minds converge together. There's deep discussion, deep debate about all things gaming everywhere. That is co-hosted by Project Storm and Snow Bunny Gaming on her channel. So definitely subscribe to her. And you can find all their channels in the description, or you can go to the channels page, the channels little slot up here above, and subscribe to everybody. You won't be disappointed. All right. Now, what's happening this Saturday is the Stadia initiative is coming back in its new format. So what we're doing is, whenever it's a week that we're going to have a Stadia initiative, we're going to give you a big old block in that morning of Stadia initiative content creator content. And then we're going to close it off with Stadia initiative podcast. So it's starting off with my homie Chase, the gaming advocate. We're following up. After that, I think Eddie Player One's after me, and there's all of us. We're going to have little individual segments. And then I think around 3 p.m. is going to be, 3 p.m. Eastern, is going to be a Stadia Initiative podcast. So you definitely...
the chat, my bad, man. The chat is out there trying to figure out who the guest is going to be, man. Cold Blood said, what? Sick is going to be on your show? Then Sean L said, Aminar co-hosting? You know what I'm saying? They're trying to
Oh, they
figure it
cutting
out.
up. They cutting up. Y'all ain't gonna find. Trust me, y'all are not gonna get. Y'all will be pleasantly surprised, but you're not gonna find out unless you do what? Make sure that you subscribe to Project Storm's channel. That's the only way you're gonna find out who this is. All right. So yeah, we're gonna be running that. That's gonna be happening this Saturday. So this Saturday on my channel, we're gonna have SSC, but it's only gonna be an hour long. But that's okay because we're gonna have homie Chase kick it off. Then we're gonna kick it off at 11, and then
You
so
said
on and so on and so
SSC
on
now.
and
You
so
know you
forth.
said SSC.
SSC. I'm in
Yeah, I
SML.
messed up last time. Now it's your turn.
That's yeah, yep. So give me a pass, y'all. Give me a pass. But we're gonna be doing SML. So Immortal Black says, MM2K, are you representing Sony PlayStation? Hey, I ain't got nothing against PlayStation. I got one. I gotta play a PS5. I love it. I almost get. I know a little secret though. I can't tell y'all. I know. No. I'm gonna put it like this. I know a possible secret. All I'm gonna say is, see, they think MM2K ain't got no connections. All I'm gonna say is, watch that Sony PlayStation showcase tomorrow. My God, if what I was told is correct, then my God. My God.
My God.
My God.
My God.
And there's room for all of them. You know, you can love PlayStation can be your main, Stadia can be your second, vice versa, whatever. There's enough room for. But I'm telling y'all right now, just watch it, because if what I was shown is true, oh my, Jesus. Anyway, so I ain't got no problem with PlayStation. PlayStation gets played in this house. All right. With that said, Storm, what you been playing, bro, since the last episode?
All right, so been on that Sekiro, man. Loving that game. It just plays phenomenally on Stadia, man. I can't get enough of it. I also been on Destiny 2 on Series X and Stadia, man. It's just so dope that I can jump over there and come back to Stadia. And Stadia performs very well, man. See, I'm not gonna piss nobody off today and say it's better than the Series X version. But let me tell you this right here. I will say, my primary way to play is on Stadia. You know what I'm saying? I will say that much. Now, it looks good as hell on Series X. It looks like a little bit crisper and everything, but when I realize I'm in the Chrome browser and all that stuff, Moss, man, it's crazy every time, man. And so been playing that, been playing some Madden, of course, some Call of Duty, been getting like just slammed over there on Call of Duty at times, man. Like I just can't stay consistent with the Call of Duty. So I've been playing a little bit of Call of Duty Cold War. I've been playing some Grid.
Okay.
I played a little Resident Evil on PC, man. I've been playing a whole lot, man. Those are just some of them. Just some of them, man. I like to bounce around, so I could give you 11 or 12 different titles every day, man.
Just ad hoc, yeah. Just all, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful to be able to jump and play wherever you want to play and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I've been playing Madden. I've been playing some Immortals Phoenix Rising. I've been playing it on. You know what? I've been wanting to keep up with all of the platforms, so I've been playing it on GFN. I've been playing it on Luna, and I've been playing it on Stadia. Not necessarily to do a comparison, but just to kind of keep up with all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? So I've been playing that, and again, Immortals Phoenix Rising. I'm telling you that game plays great everywhere. It can play great on the toaster.
Yeah, it does.
That game plays great everywhere. And then what else have I? Oh, and I tried Cyberpunk on GFN again, just to make sure I wasn't missing something. And yeah.
How was the resolution to you, bro? Because I did a stream, man. In the middle of my Sekiro stream, I somehow let the chat convince me. I can't put it on the chat, but I somehow ended up switching up to a Stadia versus Geforce Now comparison of Cyberpunk 2077. It didn't go so well for GFN at the time at all, man. At all. Like it just was not cool. I had to make sure that everything was ultra with ray tracing. I had to make sure it wasn't 720p. It was just soft, and it wasn't. The proof is in the video. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah.
Stadia,
I got video.
Just dragged it. It really got dragged or drugged, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
Man. It wasn't good.
It was the same that it was for me. And what it was for me was, I want to say about a month ago, Storm, I was just testing them out on the FireCube TV. Well, oh, no. I'm sorry, I'm lying. I was testing them out on the Google TV.
Mm-hmm.
Side loaded them both, and I'm gonna tell you, GFN, even though it's side loaded, it works on everything. It's supported and it's well. I'm having a hard time side loading Stadia on the Fire TV, and GFN is not a problem. So just because they're side loaded doesn't mean anything. And so I'm playing it, right? And I can notice shadows and I can notice ray tracing, and I was able to get it up to 1080p. But the problem that I'm having is the macro blocking and the ghosting that I experience with GFN. I've always experienced that. To where before Stadia, it was there, but it wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But now that Stadia's image is so clean, it's so much more noticeable. So I'm playing on GFN. My wife comes in after just leaving our mother-in-law's, and she says, "What you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm just testing this cloud gaming stuff." She said, "Oh." So she just sits down just to watch me to, I guess, amuse herself. And she doesn't notice where I switched to, because she did something. She got up, I think went to the kitchen and came back. And then in the time of her leaving and coming back, I had switched to Stadia and started playing Cyberpunk on Stadia.
Yeah.
And I was in my room, and I went out into the lobby like how I was on, and she said, "Oh my goodness, that's so much cleaner. What did you do?" And I said, "No, I just switched the thing." She said, "Oh yeah, that looks like so much of a better image." Now this is my wife. Now again, I know we sit there and we do all the nerd talk, Storm, about ray tracing and bay tracing and all that stuff, but the eye sees what the eye sees, okay? You ain't got to be an expert in this to know one cleaner image from another cleaner image. So even though there's like more detail in some of the GFN images, the Stadia image is so much cleaner and smoother, and it's so much more of a better experience. The only one so far to where I think across the board it's a hard tell right now is Immortals Phoenix Rising. Now, I saw Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I don't have it for Stadia, so I can't tell it off. But I think the Luna's the best looking one, right? For Assassin's Creed Valhalla, or no?
For Assassin's Creed, yeah, Luna runs the game pretty damn well, man.
Okay. So, I mean, it is what it is, Storm, but yeah, it's not a slam dunk like people like to make it say it is with this ray tracing. It all depends on the effort and the image that you get, because again, person A can get an excellent image with no ghosting. Person B, like myself and Storm, is getting the opposite, and that speaks to what? The servers. It speaks to the flexibility of those servers. So we need GFN to crank it out on them servers, so the people that are saying, "Oh man, look at this image," I get to experience that too. So that's what we want. That's what we need GFN to do. But all in all, they're all making their own pace, and it's still early. It's not the end for anybody. There's always going to be someone in first place and someone in last place. It's okay. There's enough room for everybody, so I think it's all right. With that said, Storm, you ready to get into these subject matters, man?
Man, I'm ready.
You ready to
Let's
talk?
go.
All right. Look, brother. Look, let me. Okay. So first and foremost on the docket, man. Yesterday, brother. Woo! Lord Jesus. It was a bad day for the media, man. What do I mean by that? What does MM2K mean by that? What I mean by that, Storm, is yesterday. Now, there was an article. There's been a series of articles that have come out that were not the greatest articles for Stadia. Anywhere else, they would be a nothing burger, like, there's a lawsuit here for PlayStation on Drift. There's a lawsuit on the, you know what I'm saying? Little silly stuff like that would be a nothing burger, right? But because it's Stadia, it seems like it's getting dragged out. Now, there's a bug that was being reported on Journey to the Savage Planet. Me and you talked about this because there was somebody that showed up in my chat that kept asking. Well, they asked me one time, they said, MM2K, how come y'all ain't talking about this? I don't see none of the Stadia content creators talking about this, man. I think it's a travesty to the community. And I'm like, what is you talking about? And he's like, Journey to the Savage Planet. Can't nobody play it, man. I said, brother, go to my streams. I'm playing it.
Go to my stream.
Yeah, I'm not having an issue. This is the first I'm hearing of it. I said, can you drop a link? He disappears. Good brother shows up several weeks later or a couple weeks later. Yeah, man, it's a travesty to the incapacity of the brother's fallopian tubes. I said, what is you talking about? Man, that whole thing with Journey to the Set. I said, bro, give me some more insight. I said, you keep coming here with this. This might be something. Give me some more insight. Nothing. I hear nothing. Then all of a sudden, a few days later, I see that these articles start popping out where some people are like that they're running into issues with Journey to the Savage Planet, certain glitches on Stadia. I said, wow, oh, okay, interesting. I said, so there is something to this. I said, but I started gauging people's storm to see how widespread it was. Me and you talked about it. I remember talking to Cloud. I remember talking to a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of y'all. I even polled y'all in video streams and stuff like that. Nobody I know that games on Stadia has run into this problem. Nor was there anybody that they knew that had ran into this problem. Not saying the problem don't exist, because if you go to the Reddit, you will get like maybe a dozen or so people that I could see that ran into the problem on Reddit. Could be more than that. So fast forward to what's been going on. So the reports came out, the news articles came out. First, Kotaku dropped their hit piece about it. Google, 9 to 5 Google, which normally is a publication that we all love and adore, and they be spot on whether they agree with Google or not. And they said things about Google that I didn't agree with, but I thought the article was fair, right? Like the whole lawsuit thing. They think this is all Google's fault. They think that Google did fraud people or mislead people or whatever. I'm of a different mind of that, but I thought the article was fair even though I didn't agree with it. So 9 to 5 Google is always a publication, and I always thought at the end of the day, even if they were being hard on Google, they did their research. Well, what happened, Storm, is me and my good brother Duncan were having a conversation back and forth on Twitter, friendly one, of course. And Duncan says, well, if we were talking about the validity of the reporting that's out here on Stadia, how people are doing the idiot herd pile on.
Sorry about
and
that,
Duncan
Noah.
said, well, if it's just an idiot herd pal on it, I'm paraphrasing here, then how come 9 to 5 Google is reporting on it? So I look at the headline. I didn't click on the link. I just looked at the headline. I said, well, 9 to 5 Google already wrote an article on this the day before. If they're writing a new article, they're just trying to get in on the game anyway. Of course, they're trying to get in on the game, not realizing what happened. So I clicked on the article and found out that what 9 to 5 Google did is they changed the headline of the article, which the original article said something to the effects of, what did it say? Journey to the Savage Planet has crashing issues on Stadia. Google is working on a fix, which is appropriate, which is accurate. And in the article, they do land-based Stadia for different things. But the way that it's set up, it's fine. What they did, Storm, is they went back in after all this flood of, yeah, Stadia fired SG&E and no one's there to fix it. Phil Harrison is trying to learn code in order to fix it. You know what I'm saying? He's on the phone trying to pay some ransom to Jade Raymond to get her back to fix it. After all that BS headlines, 9 to 5 Google changed the article to Journey to the Savage Planet keeps crashing on Stadia, but Google kills the studio that can fix it. Right?
Yeah.
So in that context, when you pivot from it keeps crashing on Stadia, you make it sound really widespread, which it isn't. And then you say, but Google killed the studio that can fix it. Meaning that the studio is gone that can fix it. Nobody's there that can fix it. Da 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 da. Now, in the article, when you go down far enough, they say, well, there might be some people working on it, but we haven't validated it. So we're just going to go with Kotaku, even though in the article they admit themselves, Kotaku article was full of misinformation. We're still going to quote them. We'll just put in italics below that Kotaku was full of misinformation, but don't worry about that. Just worry about the salacious stuff that we want to report, right? And then
yeah.
when I noticed it, I called him out. The first song that came to mind was Ice Cube's Dirty Mac. So we're playing Ice Cube's Dirty Mac, right? And Ben Shun, the writer of the senior editor at or senior writer at 9 to 5, hops in the chat. He's like, bro, you're making it seem like something that it isn't. And I said, why did you change your article from this to this? And he's like, no, that article, what you're pointing to was the SEO article change. It ain't that serious. And I'm like, really? So the show concludes. He made it worse for himself, but whatever. We still love 9 to 5 Google. We still think that they're a reputable source. We just think that nobody's perfect, including myself. Right. We just think that they fell short here. But I want to show you guys something. We do. Let me show you something. All right. So MM2K didn't start doing this like 3 days ago. Okay. I've been reporting on gaming news for almost a decade. I may have not been the most successful at it. No, over a decade. I've been doing this stuff since MySpace was out.
Man, you could say it, man. You could say it.
I've been doing this shit since MySpace was out, right?
That's right. And
I've been doing it at this level on YouTube for the past 3 years. So I'm not new to this. I may be newer to Stadia, but I'm not new to this. Okay. So there are tools out there where you can pull the older versions of articles out there. Okay. So when I pulled the older version of this article, here's what I discovered. Here's the original article. Journey to the Savage Planet has crashing issues on Stadia. Google working on a fix. Then they added the 505 information that 505 Studios people were being told to go to 505 Studios at mass, which there's nothing to corroborate that. There's one pic that I saw where somebody was talking to Google support, not Stadia support, but Google support. And Google support said, hey, you might want to talk to a publisher. And what all that was, Storm, is that when you have conjoining areas, the one area that doesn't work with another area, they might get some talking points from the other area. So Stadia sent talking points to the general Google area, and the general Google area said, oh, what do we do if somebody asks us about a game in general? Direct them back to the publisher or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened there. This wasn't Stadia that sent them there. All the comments that I saw from Stadia's customer service said, wait, hold on to our social media hubs. We're working on this. We'll give you an answer, right? But nobody vetted that. Everybody went with Kotaku, who admittedly had bad information. They went with what they were saying, right? Then, after all the clickbait headlines came out, here's what 9 to 5 Google came out with. Journey to the Savage Planet keeps crashing on Stadia, but Google killed the Stadia that can fix it. So, my question to Ben was, do you think I was born yesterday? Like, don't piss on my head and tell me it's raining. So we appropriately tagged this as Dirty Mac Day and a bad day for the media. What also happened, Storm, is we had people that tried to follow up. I'm not even going to entertain it too much. We had people that tried to follow up, that tried to make an excuse for what 9 to 5 pulled, even though they're going off of what precedent would have been. So you don't want to go by what precedent would have been at Google, but you want to make an excuse and go by what precedent would have been at 9 to 5. No, it's as clear as day. I've been doing this for too long. 9 to 5 Google had an article that they had out there that lambasted Stadia, but was legitimate in all its facets. Then this article started getting traction from Kotaku, and all the clickbait articles started getting traction. 9 to 5 sees that, and they're like, okay, now we got to jump in on the clickbait, because the information that they added had no correlation to the new title. The 505 information that they put on there had no correlation to this new title. None whatsoever. They thought they were cushioning themselves by saying, oh yeah, Kotaku was known to have a whole bunch of wrong information in there, but we didn't vet everything else. We're just going to go with this. Now, here's the problem with that, Storm. The Verge, Tom Warren, and The Verge, after communicating with Google, discovered that the reality was that part of Stadia's game development team was still working on the patch. Google tells The Verge. Also, in 5 minutes of searching, I also came across this. Someone asks Alex Hutchinson, hey Alex, I love your game and I'm sorry for what happened at Google last week. Is a fix coming for Stadia? Single player selection freeze? I can't play. I pushed it quite a few hours and would love to continue my adventure. Alex says, well, we're looking into it as we wait for our final day in the office. That was February 12th, 2021. It's heir apparent, Storm, that 9 to 5 Google or nobody vetted the information from Kotaku, because if they did, they would have followed up with Alex and or they would have referenced this tweet. There are signs that Google may be working on this. Alex Hutchinson of Typhoon Studios said blah, blah, blah. No, in the 9 to 5 article, they specifically say it's possible people are working on this. No, you would have known that it was beyond possible if you would have vetted this information. And Tom Warren of The Verge came out looking classier than 9 to 5 Google. With all this information out there, Storm, and I get it. People wanted to ask Alex Hutchinson, well, Alex Hutchinson, when did you get fired? I'm not doing that. To me, that's tasteless. I'm not going to go to Alex Hutchinson and say, hey, Alex, even though you were fed this big dream from Google and then all of a sudden you got fired and now you got to figure out what to do. Me and my friend here, we're having a little dispute. We want to know when you got fired, when you got I'm not doing that. That's tasteless. The evidence is there. Nobody vetted this. With that being said, Storm, I finally stopped babbling and I throw this back to you, and I'm going to shut up because people want to hear what your take is on this. What is going on with these news publications? Yo. Why are they not vetting? Why don't they feel the need to vet this information when it comes to Stadia?
First of all, hey, look, y'all know the people that watch this show, man, and our other shows, and plenty of people out there like Clive and others who constantly bring you the apparent factual information, right? As to the best of our abilities. You got to know that you have to do your research because you've seen time after time. Hold on, let me do this right here. And
okay.
Cyndi Lauper, the great Cyndi Lauper, once said, if you're lost, you can look and you will find me.
Woo!
Time after time.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's kind of like what I'm thinking about when it comes to the facts. You know what I'm saying? The facts are just out there waiting and shit. Like, yo, just look for me. I'm here.
Yes.
And then you won't be looking like a fool. You won't have to apologize to your viewers and your readers and your viewers and all that. I mean, guests or whatever you want to call it, right? You don't have to apologize to any of them if you just take the time to do a little bit of research. MM2K has been telling you that. I mean, I've been telling people that. And now this is a perfect example. And so that's why right now it's a bad day for the media, because it has to be embarrassing. But now you couldn't sit there and learn from the cyberpunk news and the good stuff, new campaign, and like Stadia's launch and features set and all that stuff. Like you couldn't learn from that. See, the certain parts of the media, and remember, there's the good side and there's the questionable side. I don't want to say bad because people work hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good side and the questionable side.
Questionable side, absolutely.
The good side is somebody like let me just throw somebody up. Like John Scar, for example. I remember reading his stuff, man.
Yes,
and it was definitely balanced. And it was a good read. And it was an easy read, right? And it was based on facts. Brian Chappelle, man. I could think of so many other people that's out here just dropping stuff, man. And it just all makes sense because they took the time to do the homework.
Yes.
So, MM2K, if we got out here every week and we said, we're just going to pull something out of our ass today and just see how many views we can get.
Yep.
Eventually, that's going to backfire, right?
Eventually.
And then instead of the 3 subscribers that I have, I might have 3,000. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I might have 3,000. So, yo, we've been talking about reliability and validity and credibility and all that
Yes.
stuff and being
Yes.
reputable and all that, man. We've been talking about it for a long time. So this stuff does not make me feel bad at all, man. I can't
Mm-hmm.
feel sorry for someone that didn't say. Now, for the people that, and then for you to come back and apologize, I would have just left it alone. I wouldn't, or clarify it. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time they apologize. You know what I'm talking about. Like in the past, you've seen apologies and stuff like that and clarification videos and articles and stuff. But if I have seen others go down that path, I'm damn sure not going to set myself up for that type of failure and embarrassment. It has to be embarrassing. Like you have to be, I would be thinking about that right now with a drink in my hand. Like, yo, how the hell I get out here on national TV and embarrass myself like this, man, in front of all these damn people. It has to feel like that, MM. Now, Stadia is a platform that is easy to beat up on. It's new. It is the dopest. We will get into that a little bit later. It is the dopest, so it kind of like it warrants and garner. It just creates a whole a big target. You know what I'm saying, for people to just throw things at and attack in any way they want, man. I don't know. So you asked me the question, and I'm trying my best to answer it because I'm baffled, man. I'm still
Yeah.
baffled. I can't. Yo, I don't know. It's not easy to put it all in words when I can't even cover for these dudes, man. I can't cover for these journalists and these YouTubers and all that stuff when they come out here and say crazy stuff like what we just heard and had to discuss. It's embarrassing for us to have to even talk about it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to try to. I mean, damn. Like, I mean, here we are. Here we are. MM2K, another show, bro, and we had to try to discuss something that's a blatant. It's a travesty. Now that's a travesty, bro. I can't put it together, man. I just can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's been happening and it won't stop happening. Unfortunately, it won't stop happening. But it's all because Stadia is the truth, man. And they need it dead now, like I've said time after time, man. They need it dead right now, like yesterday. It should have been gone already. We've been telling people that it's going to die. We've been talking and joking and laughing behind the scenes, and yet it still lives. Like, what the hell is going on? So now you see opportunities like MM. Now, this is big, bro. You see opportunities now. Now, as soon as you see an opportunity, it's like, there it is right there. Get Stadia. Get them while they're down. Kick them. Kick them in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? All that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
bite them.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, let's beat them up right now, because if we ignite that flame, we have learned in the past that millions are going to blindly follow. And that's what's going on, man.
I think, see, here's my problem with all this. All the stuff that I'm showing you on the screen, these tweets, and this is regular. It's common. The reason I'm not asking them to do something that they're not doing elsewhere. If this was a story about PlayStation, about a bug at PlayStation, they would have got torn to shreds. If all of these particulars were the same, let's just say if Sony shut down Insomniac, but Miles Morales had a big bug. People, look, before they ran with the story, but Sony didn't do this and Sony did, people would have vetted the story. They would have been all over Twitter. Literally, all I did, Storm, was I went to Alex Hutchinson's. I started with him. I said, I'm going to start with Alex, and then I'm going to see if I can find other two Typhoon members, people that have commented on this. And I went to Alex. I went to his replies. I scrolled to his replies, and in 5 minutes, I found that tweet. So you're telling me that they couldn't have did this for that they didn't have the time to do this in 5 minutes? They would have got lambasted elsewhere. So there's a thing, Storm, where I think what it is, even though I'm asking you the question, I'm thinking what it is that this gives them an opportunity to rile up the base, to rile up gamers. It's like an auxiliary service. It's like the hors d'oeuvres. Because you'll get a lot of journalists that'll tell you, oh, Stadia news don't get a lot of movement. It don't get a lot of movement. And that may be the case. But what it does is it gets people angry. It gets people excited. It gets people worked up. And then what that does is that might transition them to another article on your, what's it called? Well, what else do we got on here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's what like they call, it's like a gateway drug. You see what I'm saying? Getting people all worked up and all together and unified about Stadia might transition them to another article on your site or something like that. There's something behind it, because I've never seen so many smart people where I don't see them doing this elsewhere, do all this lackadaisical reporting when it comes to this platform. It's absurd. My 14-year-old, there's stories on Stadia my 14-year-old found that I'm still waiting on the average Stadia journalist to talk about. That's absurd. It's crazy. I don't know, man.
It's death to the platform, man. Wilton right here in the chat said it's all about the clickbait dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. That's part of it too.
It really is, man. And see, again, it's still like, how do you take pride in what you do if you know you're out here misinforming people intentionally at times? You know what I'm saying? Intentionally at times. Because MM2K, if you showed me the show notes for the day, and again, if it says something crazy like, let's bash everybody in the chat just for the hell of it, just to have fun so we can laugh and get more views. I'll look at that like, bro, like, you sure you want to do this, man? Like, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so it's got to be it's a bad look for all involved.
Do you think, and I think we kind of talked about this before, do you think that it was, what was we had thought that it may be because, damn, Storm, what were we saying before the show? Golly, it just slipped my mind.
Well, talking about why they're doing it to Stadia or what? Like,
yeah, like why do they think that this is okay, that this won't come to bite them in the long run, being so lackadaisical with the facts when it comes to Stadia? Darn.
I forgot myself.
I forgot.
I forgot myself. I can't lie, but it was good,
man, though. Bippity Bop says they hate on Stadia because it's not Xbox or PlayStation. Yeah, man, I don't know. Look, here's the thing. I get it. People want click, Storm. They want to get their whatever. I'm not here to rain on anybody's parade, but you're not going to get it off the backs of this platform. As long as we're here, I mean, you can, like, people criticize Stadia every day. We don't play whack-a-mole at everybody that criticizes Stadia. Oh, we hate you. Oh, there's been Yang Ye videos and Richard review tape. Well, we ain't even talking about them anymore. We've already exposed them. We ain't even talking about them no more. And I don't care what your opinion is. I know people are going to phrase this, don't care about other people's opinions. I can care less about anybody's opinions. Damn it, we got Amunar and Cold Blood Sensei, two of our biggest supporters on this platform. I don't care about anybody's opinions. That's not it. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to lie to the unsuspecting gamer to create your gateway article or whatever the hell it is, or to lie for clicks. I don't, whatever it is. But what I think was at the crux of this, and I was embarrassed for 9 to 5 Google, what at the crux of this is they just saw that the article was gaining steam with all the clickbait articles, and they said our article just ain't clickbait enough. Let's jump in on this. Yeah. And the more disappointing point of it was Ben himself said Stadia deserved it. Stadia deserved for them to run with a narrative that was later proved to be false. Right here. It says right there on the screen. But the reality was that part of Stadia's game development team was still working on this patch. So I don't care about the bandwagon affair for 9 to 5 Google. I'm not going to be arguing with y'all for 35 threads over the truth so you can get you a win, and then asking people to go into the crux of them being purged from their job. No, despite what you want to argue and win over, the fact of the matter is right here, the reality was, this came from Tom Warren of The Verge. So if you don't, everybody makes mistakes, Storm, but if you don't correct your wrong, that's a reflection on you, not on the platform. Any closing thoughts before we move on to the good news?
Now, I just say that people have to do better out there, man. At some point, you have to do better. You can't be known as the misleading person or whatever. I'll just say that to cover a lot of different brackets, man. Like, you can't be known as that person. Like, you got to try to do better. Look in the mirror, do a little bit better, man. Report that positive and not always that negative. You know what I'm saying? Get excited about that positive and not always the negative.
All right, Storm. Okay, so we got a slew of games coming to the platform. We had 4 games drop yesterday. I think it was Shanti's, uh, Shanti something,
Yeah, I know there was a
probably.
couple games.
Let me see, Stadia blog. Let me
Shantae's,
look up Stadia blog. It was
yep.
Shanti's Revenge, I think, or Shanti Half Genie. I'm gonna look them up right now. Community blog. This is the blog post for yesterday, and we got another one coming apparently. According to Stadia, so there's gonna be more talking about Pixel Junk Raiders. All right,
Mm-hmm.
so let's do this. So we have this that are 4 games: Place of the Unwilling, Shanti the Half Genie Hero, Shanti the Risky Revenge, and Welcome to the Elk. Those dropped in the store. I think all of 15, 15, 30, and 10. Those games are. But Pixel Junk Raiders, Storm, before we close out the main show and get ready for the secondary show, Pixel Junk Raiders, man, I'm going to play this game. Wow. What do you think about this, bro? What are your thoughts? Oh, let me mute this.
All right. Let me know, man. Let me know when I'm good.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead, brother.
All right. I think that this is a good, it's definitely something that's big. You know, again, we're talking about the word exclusivity again here. You know what I mean? In a time where Stadia's first party studios were shut down and that, you know, some were like misinformed and thought that there would be no exclusive content, no exclusive games. Nobody's going to want to work with Stadia and all this stuff. And, you know, but they are I said that they had games lined up already, and there will be more in the future, if everything goes well. But this game right here was something I was just talking about on Sunday, YMYOG podcast with Snow Bunny, right? Snow Bunny game.
Yep.
And I was like, man, it would be good right now to have a game where you could jump into an environment like a multiplayer environment or whatever environment, and it will just be a different experience. It won't be the same.
Yep.
And Bunny, we had a good conversation. Y'all check it out. You know what I mean? Over on her channel, right? And here, this announcement came out of nowhere, right? To smack me right in the
Yes.
face. Like Project
Yes, it
Storm, you
did.
asked for it, man. I didn't know the game was coming, man. I don't just look for every little breadcrumb. I listen to the big news when it comes out. Sometimes I catch it myself first on the scene. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this game right here is something I'm looking forward to. I played the Pixel Junk games in the past on PlayStation and everything. Tremendous games, man. Pixel Junk, Eden, definitely spent hours and hours and hours on that one. So I'm looking forward to this one because it's looking like it's updated. And I like what I see so far, man. I just want to see what it feels like to play the game. I'm excited for it.
Did you get a chance, Storm, to look at the other games yet? I know you've been busy, but have you had a chance to look like at the other pro games and the other games that were available for the month of March?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
But I heard that Pac-Man was coming.
Okay, yeah, Pac-Man is coming. There's a couple other games I'm not familiar with. They really didn't have any pictures on them or anything like that. So I mean, I didn't know what to take of them. But I will say this, which is highly interesting: the fact that I had a lot of people when I did a video on this game, right? And I was like, man, this looks dope. This looks dope to me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. This looks dope. But I had a lot of people say, oh, I'm disappointed. I don't like these pro games. And da, da, da. But then you go look at what was going on with Xbox. And Xbox Live with Gold games were, quote unquote, so bad this month that a news publication wrote an article on how many people are complaining about them this month. They don't like them. And the fact that this game, a Stadia exclusive, is your pro game, they could have dropped this only and it still would have been better. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know, Storm. What do you think that we were spoiled by the goods that we were given at the end of the holiday season? Do we not understand that during the holiday, that's when the creme de la creme is usually released, and at the beginning of the year, it kind of like resets a little bit? Do we not understand that?
I understand it. I understand that they're trying to target more than just MM2K and Project Storm too as gamers.
Facts.
So that's another thing to look at, man. And I do understand that, yes, not every month or every day or every week you're going to have AAA bangers out here to choose from. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen in a realistic world on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or Stadia. It just does not happen. So these games are going to add to those numbers. And what you're seeing, you're seeing a lot of people who are ready to. It's the naysayers again, man. The naysayers are coming out. Oh, this is what we're getting. It's not Call of Duty. Here's another month where there's no Call of Duty, right? And that's what you're going to be seeing more of, man. While Stadia is going to keep on doing their thing. And again, people will celebrate when big games are announced, and then they'll act like they never said what they said about Shantae have Genie Hero and all of that stuff, man. It's just a vicious cycle that we're going through, man. And at some point, it'll never break. It'll never break, man. As long as Stadia is alive, it will taper off. All the hate and stuff and all the frustration and all that stuff will taper off, but it will never disappear completely because it's Stadia. You know, that's all I'll say before we get ready to wrap up and get into this after show.
Yeah, so I'm going to close out by saying this too, that, yeah, I think people are saying, Stadia got to have better communication. No, I agree that they could get better at the communication, but they can't talk their way out of this. They got a target on their back. Like, and damn it, they got Dirty Mac by 9 to 5. Golly, that's like your long lost cousin coming over, you know what I'm saying? You thought they had love for you and they stick the tourniquet in your back. You know what I'm saying? So like, damn, you ain't safe nowhere. So the only thing that Stadia can do, and it's okay. I mean, I can't tell 9 to 5 Google what to write, and they can't tell me how to respond. And I don't want to just pick on 9 to 5 Google. I just didn't look. The Stadia dosage, and Amunar and Cold Blood and everybody know this, and we love them. The Stadia dosage is a let's keep it honest zone. Don't come here trying to play coy, trying to play loose with the facts. Oh no, that was the SEO title. No, you know what we meant. That you changed it to a more clickbaity title because it was a flush of clickbaity articles that was getting more traction. But keep it honest when you come here, and we can have a civil debate. That being said, only way Stadia can get out of this, y'all, is if they keep bringing games like this. They keep doing this. They keep Mug salty, like in the PC gamer threads. Oh man, I really want to play this, except I got to go to Stadia. Shut up, dummy. If you have a PC, you basically already got Stadia as long as you got a Gmail account. So shut your dumb ass up. But
how long have people been telling them that though?
Bruh, it's just, it don't make it. I mean, the idiocy of not only PC gaming, but the people that think that they're saying something of any stature in that thread is just ridiculous. But I digress. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap up the show, and we're going to get ready for this after show where me and Storm, we're going to talk about my video that aired today. And thank y'all for y'all support, man. Y'all really was digging that video, and I know why y'all was digging it, because it's crazy. Somebody big from Amazon Luna leaves, like the equivalent of Phil Spencer. He left in the middle of the night, left in the midnight, in the wee hours of the midnight. Nobody's talking about it. Now, had that been Stadia Storm, look, brother, don't even respond. We're going to talk about in the after show. If you're not part of the member community, you got to be part of the member community in order to watch the after show. So hit that join button. Make sure that you're a prescription member or higher. You're the prescription or the Sure Shot tier member. You'll be able to view the after hour show. And for those of you that are going to be part of the Stadia Dosage member community, let me give you a link to the after hour show. It's already set up, ready to go. I'll put it in the stream right here. Join us for after hour show. All right, here it goes right here. So we're gonna get into it. So with that said, man, Storm, let the good people know where they can find you at, good brother.
Well, you can find me right here on YouTube, Project Storm. Easy way to find it is Project Storm 4K. Just type that in the search box. Or you could definitely find me on Twitter at the Nephophiliac, where I am constantly engaging with the community and talking about pretty much every damn thing gaming, So those are two best places, and I appreciate y'all.
Yep. And you can find me here. If I'm not here, you can find me on MM2K videos, where you can catch me tomorrow doing the commission, co-hosting it with Project Storm, Snow Bunny Gaming, and Tron of the Sick Humor and King Threads Roundtable Podcast. But that's it, man. Thank you, everybody. Cesar Perez, shout out to MM2K and Storm for another great discussion. We trying to do it, Perez. We try, brother. But don't worry. Look, we get it, y'all. There's been a fluster of bad news. and people wanted to just pile on. Like I was talking to another content creator behind the scenes, and I'm not going to put them out there because I'll let them say it themselves. But they're like, man, what is up with all this Stadia hate? What is up with this? Why is the news like? Why? And it's a slow news cycle for one, and for two, they think that they can get away with it. But we're here. They're not going to get away with it as long as they're going to get challenged in some shape, form, or fashion. Now, whether they get away with it or not, I don't know. I mean, we're only but so big, but they're not going to go unchallenged. I'll say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not about your opinion, Storm. It's just about spreading the facts, man. So, any closing thoughts before we leave, Storm?
No, that'll be it, man. I'm just thinking about how I want to approach this whole thing, man. I'm just ready. I'm in call out mode, man. That's all. So I just been,
Hey,
I've been trying to lay back. It's hard, I got to lay back, man. I really don't want to go off the cliff.
What did you tell me when y'all think this is crap from Storm? Storm was dead serious. He said, "Yo, Mars, he's like, look, man, I got some stuff on my mind. I'm going to speak it. And look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I can't keep it real, Moss, I can't keep it here.
Can't.
Storm, I got you, bro. I can't control you, and the people don't want you controlled, Storm. Now I may, you know what I'm saying, MM2K might try to play nice man here and there. Well, I'm letting you know I've had an epiphany. Like there's some things that need to be aired out. Like a lot of the foolishness needs to be dealt with. So,
well, with that being said, I got 2 words for you then. Dirty Mac.
Dirty Mac.
Let's go.
All right, y'all. Dirty Mac killer. All right, with that said, peace out, everybody. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for y'all support. And join us at the after party. If you want to join, hit that join and become a member. Peace.
Peace, y'all.